Hi Star Babies, I hope you're all doing so well. I know it's been a little bit, a week and a half, maybe since I posted a proper video sitting down talking to my good camera, not on my phone doing a live stream. So I really appreciate your patience. Okay, let's just address that little alfalfa sprout thing at the back of my head. I didn't know it was there the whole time I was filming, so I'm sorry. It just happens when you have short hair, and I really don't want to re-record this because I liked how it turned out, so I just needed to address that. Okay, back to the video. I really appreciate your patience with me over this last week and a half, 2 weeks. All I can say is the industry is totally crazy. I got wrapped up in a new job, and then that job kind of wasn't there. So that has good and bad sides, but I'm choosing to see the good. So now I have time to make videos. So yeah, today's video is going to be zodiac signs as dogs, or what dog breed your zodiac sign would be. Anybody who's friends with me knows I'm obsessed with dogs, so it was only a matter of time until I fused one passion with another, astrology and dogs. So without further ado, let's get started. I've taken a couple notes on my phone. This is gonna be fun. We'll start with Aries. Aries is a Chihuahua. You guys are feisty, energetic. Even if you're small in stature, you are still gonna be kind of a natural leader of the pack. If you ever go to a dog park or anything like that, the Chihuahuas are kind of running things. It doesn't really matter about size. They're not afraid of anybody else. They go after what they want, and that includes humping other dogs. That Aries energy of going after what you want without being afraid of other people is translated in humping. Humping other dogs, humping things. They're also very possessive dogs, so possessive with the things that they own, like their toys and stuff, and also their owners. They're very protective over their owners, and they like to mark their territory, and that's also very Aries. Also, Aries can tend to have a lot of sex, and Chihuahuas seem to be a very sex-driven breed, so you know, they have a high sex drive, and Aries tend to as well. So yeah, you might have thought I was gonna do some big scary dog, some big athletic intimidating powerhouse dog, but no, you're a Chihuahua. Taurus, you guys are French Bulldogs. That's because French Bulldogs love a good belly rub. They love to be spoiled and pampered. They're not really very sporty, active dogs. They kind of prefer to be chilling at home, laying on the rug, laying on the bed, laying anywhere else. And they also are very food-motivated dogs, which Taurus are very food-motivated people. And they can be very slow, just like Taurus. I'm gonna look up, I thought this was kind of funny. This was almost like reading horoscopes, looking up like the personalities of each dog breed. Let's see, Taurus, if anything sounds like you. French Bulldogs can be a training challenge. They are stubborn. Frenchies snort, snore, and grunt 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They are also prone to flatulence, which can bother some people. I don't know if Taurians are actually prone to flatulence, but I just think that's pretty funny. So yeah, you guys are stubborn. You guys really, really like to relax, to chill, and you like food a lot. And you're very, very, very cuddly. So Taurus, you are the French Bulldog. I forgot to mention, of course, Taurians are also very sturdy people, and French Bulldogs are very sturdy, and they both give me, both Taurians and the French Bulldog give me that earthy, sturdy kind of vibe that earth signs give me. So that's also why you're a French Bulldog. Gemini, you guys are a Corgi. It took me a little while to figure out what kind of dog a Corgi would be. A lot of people would probably say like a Jack Russell Terrier, just like hyper, and you can't pin them down, and they're just running all over the place, and they can be evil. But as you guys know, I don't have that impression of Gemini. They just have very, very kind of dynamic personalities, and so when I looked up the characteristics of a Corgi, it kind of fit with a Gemini. Tenacious, outgoing, bold, playful, protective, friendly. And here's some of the notes about Corgis. Corgis have a mind of their own, but still have a desire to please people. They pack a large personality, which varies from clownish and attention-seeking to thoughtful and introspective. Despite their need for moderate exercise, corgis need a lot of mental stimulation. Hello, Gemini. Corgis can become anxious and destructive when left alone. Pembroke corgis are strong-willed. They like to be in charge and will resist a hard-nosed trainer. They prefer to do things on their own time, so a lot of patience is required when training this breed. I mean, Geminis do. They don't like to be told what to do. They don't like a ton of very strict routine. I see a lot of parallels with the corgi. So yeah, you guys are lovable, energetic, playful, silly, funny, and also very, very intelligent. So you know, you have a big dynamic personality. You're not just one-dimensional, and I think that's why you're a corgi. So for Cancer, I could have chosen something super cuddly and needy, but really a lot of Cancers have a lot of strength, and so I chose one of my favorite dog breeds, which I've been an owner of at one point in my life, the Samoyed. And if you don't know what they are, they're absolutely beautiful dogs. They are just gorgeous white fluffy snowballs, and they already kind of look like a Cancer to me. They are very, very family oriented dogs. They're very home oriented dogs, and that's so Cancer, you know, being a part of the home, taking care of the home, making sure everybody's okay. Samoyed dog breed proved a valuable companion for the northwestern Siberia's Samoyede people. This is so cute. I love this fact. Among the breed's duties, pack hiking, tracking, and warming their owners by sleeping on top of them at night. It's so cute. The well-bred Samoyed is an intelligent, gentle, and loyal dog. He is friendly and affectionate with his family, including the children, and thrives on being part of household activity. I think that's very Cancer. They have wonderful skills that they use to make their home and family life and their pack better, and they're also just really, really, really cuddly. They're also great with children, which is a very, very Cancer thing. So Cancer, you are the Samoyed. I also had a hard time coming up with Leo because instinctually I was like, okay, it's obviously like a poodle or something with a high grooming maintenance need and very attention seeking and all of that. But being a Leo and knowing a lot of other Leos, we're not all like that, and there's definitely dimension to our personalities. And of course I also wanted to reach for the positive parts of people's personalities. So Leo, you are the Doberman. Some of the aspects of a Doberman's temperament are fearless, energetic, loyal, obedient, alert, confident, and intelligent. If that doesn't sound like a Leo to you, I don't know what does. Individual personalities of Doberman pinschers are varied. Some are outgoing and friendly, others are shy and reserved. I know you guys know some Leos that are shy and it confuses you so much, but dude, we are very diverse, especially double Leos. We can be really shy. I mean, I'm not a double Leo, but double Leos can be really, really shy. Regardless of the individual, all Dobermans are steadfast and loyal companions, true friends to the people they love. They are fearless in the face of danger and make excellent guard dogs. But contrary to popular opinion, they are not attack dogs. That is so Leo to me. We will defend people that we love with all of our heart, but we are not really the initiator of, like, aggression. We're not the aggressor. We can get defensive, but we won't just really start stuff. We're not attack dogs. We're actually lovers. Despite their reputation for viciousness, or Leo's egotistical nonsense, most pinschers are big softies at heart who love the companionship of people. Activities should vary in order to keep them interested, as they are intelligent dogs who bore easily. Yes, we get bored so easily. So that sounds very Leo to me. Not all Leos are lazy or self-obsessed. When we love people, when we're loyal to people, we are just loyal to the end. So Leo, you're a Doberman. So for Virgo, I actually chose the poodle. I know the breed pretty well because I have a poodle mix, and initially to me, I think poodles are Virgos because they look best in simple, clean-cut things. For example, when you see a poodle with the, you know, poodle show dog haircut versus a nice, classic poodle haircut that you would see like on a poodle owned by a normal person, they're actually flattered much more by simplicity, and they look kind of silly when they're all dressed up like that. They're also very, very smart. They can be very stubborn and picky with their food, with, you know, the people that they choose to give affection to, or the other dogs they choose to give affection to. In general, they can be very, very finicky dogs. They won't just eat anything, really. They won't always come to you when called. They're just smart that way, and they like to think for themselves, and they have this air of like, I know better. Poodle is also known for what his fans call an air of distinction, a dignified attitude that's hard to describe but easy to spot in the dog. That is so Virgo. Smaller poodles can be aggressive to people outside their families or to other dogs, aka they don't always play well with others, and that's also very Virgo. And guardians should not indulge them with treats too much. They can easily become overweight. Appearance-wise, like for Virgo rising and stuff, this is so real. Like, you'll gain weight in your hips and lower stomach very, very, very easily, and weight will show up very easily on you. That's why, besides personality, I think Virgos are very obsessive about their appearance and their bodies, because you do kind of notice when a Virgo puts on weight. You can take care of yourselves, but you also love to be around people and make other people feel good, especially like small poodle mixes. They're just so loving. I mean, even bigger poodle mixes, so loving, and it's just a joy for them to make their owners and their family happy. And that's a very Virgo thing as well, to just make others happy and try and help them any way you can. Poodles can also be very, very nervous, which is a Virgo thing and also a Virgo rising thing. I know that when I'm not conscious of it, I have this face. And that's such a Virgo rising thing, like this air of like anxiety and worry about you. That's very Virgo, and it's very poodle. So Virgo, you are a poodle. Libra, you guys are a beagle. Here are some of the personality traits of a beagle. Amiable, gentle, excitable, determined, intelligent, even-tempered. That's very Libra, even-tempered, the scales. But you're also very, very energetic. You're also very social. I know whenever I've met a beagle, they just kind of come up to you and give you all of their love and all of their attention, and they're kind of always on. They're just highly energetic dogs, and also really loud, which I find Libras are always talking. 99% of all Libras in the world are talking right now, and the other 1% is just asleep. I think beagles are also very, very beautiful dogs, and they're very traditionally beautiful. You would just look at a beagle and think, well, that's a good looking dog. And that's kind of how Libras are, especially Libra rising. It's just kind of like, that's a good looking person. Yeah, like conventionally very good looking. Libras are also very cheerful, as are beagles, but I see this note. If left alone, they may howl and be destructive. Haven't you guys known Libras that are kind of just self-destructive, and they just do things that get them in so much stress? Like, they just do or say things because they're not getting attention, or they're feeling lonely or confused, and they just kind of like make a mess so that something can happen. I don't know, they'd rather have like craziness going on than nothingness. Like, nothingness makes them a little bit crazy, and I feel like that's very beagle-y. Beagles are also very curious. They're hunting dogs, so they have great noses. And I think Libras, as I've spoke about before, they can't put a finger on what they find beautiful, but they just know. They just know beauty when they see it, and beagles know what they're looking for when they smell it. They know the trail. Plus, they're curious, and every single Libra I've ever known has been very eager to sip the tea, as one might say. Scorpio was a little difficult because I wanted to capture the independence and the privacy of a Scorpio and the kind of hard to read personality of a Scorpio, but also the softness and the affectionate nature of a Scorpio. So I actually chose the Akita. Here are some temperament notes about the Akita. Docile, responsive, composed, dignified, alert, faithful, receptive, friendly, and courageous. Akita is a large and powerful dog breed with a noble and intimidating presence. The Akita is a bold and willful dog, naturally wary of strangers, Scorpio, but extremely loyal to his family. He tends to be aggressive toward other dogs, especially those of the same sex. that's kind of Scorpio to me, honestly. They're like so independent that they can become hostile to other people. A lot of Scorpio girls I know are the type of girls that say, I don't play well with other girls. I just like boys better. I get along with other boys. A lot of Scorpio girls I know are like that. He is best suited to a one-dog household. I think that's also super Scorpio because they need their space. They're not going to fight for the spotlight or for attention, but they need a lot of attention. So if it's being drawn away from them, or if they feel that their kind of comfort is compromised in their own home, it's not going to go well. Be aware the Akita's strong personality can be overwhelming. He is not the dog for a first-time owner, and he is not for the timid. He needs an owner who can provide firm, loving discipline. So Scorpio, like, they're so easy to get along with if you just kind of set boundaries sometimes, or else they can just fly off the handle and be like, I'm gonna unleash all my crazy right now. Like, no, you just set boundaries, you show them affection, and everything should be good. The naturally protective Akita has a propensity to become aggressive if allowed, or if he isn't raised properly. Think about all the Scorpios that are just overly defensive. They're Scorpions. They can attack. They can certainly be like that. And I see that as part of the Akita. They have a strong will and a complex personality that can make them a challenge to train. They can be dominant and strong-willed. That's so Scorpio. They like things their way, and they're not easy to break down or analyze. Now, dogs are different. You do train a dog. You don't train a person. You don't really want to break them in or train them in any way like that. But that stubbornness and that kind of like nobility and that wisdom that I see in Akitas is very Scorpio to me. So Scorpio, you are the Akita. Sagittarius was maybe the easiest one I could have picked, and it is the Shiba Inu, because every Shiba Inu I know, they look so cuddly and so cute, but they're like, don't touch me, I have things to do, I have people to see, and they're just like loud and energetic and hopping around, and they're not really cuddly dogs. And Sagittarius can be like that. They're so independent. They're not really clingy. They don't need you to be paying them attention all the time. In fact, it can be kind of annoying to them. Like, leave me alone. Stop showering me with all this love and emotion. Shiba Inus are very much that way, and so are Sagittarians. So I'll read a couple points about the Shiba Inu personality. Charming, fearless, keen, alert, confident, and faithful. That's basically like reading a list about Sagittarius. The Shiba Inu is strong-willed and confident. It often has his own ideas about things. Same with Sagittarius, and they will tell you right off the bat. The Shiba Inu doesn't share well. He tends to guard, sometimes aggressively, his food, toys, or territory. I find that with Sagittarians. It's really interesting when they're in relationships. When you finally get them in relationships, they are just like on the defense sometimes. Like, hey, she's looking at my man. Like, just, they can really be on guard about that stuff, which is kind of sounds very Shiba Inu. He won't hesitate to chase small animals that he considers prey. Sagittarians go after what they want. Same thing. While a golden retriever is delighted to come when called, the Shiba Inu will come when he feels like it. Or not. Yep. He's been described as stubborn, but free-thinking is probably a more positive way to characterize him. We are getting so much insight into Sagittarius right now. Shiba Inus are the kind of dogs that you kind of just look at. They have a presence. Even though they're not extremely loud dogs, when they bark it is very loud, but you just kind of notice them. And I feel like Sagittarians are the same way. They command that you notice them. And also, Shiba Inus that I met are like, they'll hop off the walls. They remind me of goats. Like, have you seen videos of goats hopping off of each other and hopping onto furniture and all around? That's kind of what they do, and that reminds me of Sagittarians. They're just all over the place and like ready to party. So Sagittarius, you are the Shiba Inu. Capricorn, you are the collie. It took me a little while to pick this one because based on the traits that everybody thinks are very Sagittarius, I would have chosen a German Shepherd. A very serious, noble, kind of intimidating, quiet, more or less, powerful dog. But Capricorns do have a wonderful softness to them. There is a reason that they do what they do, that they work as hard as they work, that they're as focused as they are. There's a drive, and they do it out of love, not just because they're somehow programmed that way. They do it out of passion for what they do, out of love for others. There's great heart to Capricorns, and so I chose the Collie. Let's read a little bit about the Collie. The Collie is loyal, gentle, intelligent, protective, friendly, and active. So a little bit about the personality. First of all, Collies in general are herding dogs. They have a job associated with their breed. It's already so Capricorn. They have a purpose, a greater purpose, and they follow it. Even when they're not working dogs, when they're just family dogs, they will still try to herd the children or herd other dogs. That's just how they are. It's just their nature. Collies are intelligent and need mental stimulation as well as physical stimulation. Without proper activity levels, this breed will become anxious and develop destructive behaviors. Collies are easy to train, though sometimes they can be stubborn. Collies are sensitive animals, and when treated harshly, they can become timid and skittish. I find a lot of Capricorns are very timid people, and so I noticed that parallel. Collies are highly intelligent and have been used as service dogs, guard dogs, and search and rescue dogs. They're just the working dog, you know? Positive reinforcement when a Collie is exhibiting confidence can also build their self-esteem and keep timidity at bay. AKA, like I've said, Capricorns don't get enough credit. I mean, they don't get enough praise for what they do. They really don't. They do a lot of things that are thankless. They're not like Leo that will be like, I'm sorry, that will literally say, oh, I don't get a thank you. Do you appreciate what I do? Who will ask for validation, which is fine because that's their personality. But a Capricorn's like, no. And sometimes you just want to be like, come out of your shell. Come on. And that can be very Collie. Anyway, basically a hardworking, loyal, sweet dog who kind of needs a little bit of praise and can be a little bit shy. I think Capricorn, you are a Collie. Aquarius, you guys are the Jack Russell Terrier. This is because immediately Jack Russell Terriers are very high energy. They are social dogs that are always ready to party in their own way, and they can be kind of loud, and Aquarians can be a little bit loud or at least chatty. They love to talk. They're also those dogs that you hold them for 2 seconds and you think that they're going to cuddle with you, and then they jump off and they have something else to do, which is so Aquarius. You just can't pin them down. You can't get them to cuddle with you for too long. They're like, stop, I don't like that, I don't like that, I have things to do, leave me alone. And that's very Aquarius. So the Jack Russell Terrier personality: vocal, stubborn, fearless, energetic, athletic, intelligent. Here are some more notes on their personality. Jack Russell Terriers are the biggest dogs you'll ever meet in such a tiny package. They can run all day and keep coming back for more. They are sharply intelligent and absolutely nothing gets past them. Also, they're really positive dogs, and Aquarians are, like, for the most part, very, very positive people and very just like happy-go-lucky people. They are spirited terriers, fearless and sassy with minds of their own, and aren't above causing mischief to get a laugh. Yeah. Jacks should never be trusted off leash. They will take off like a shot after small animals, and it is next to impossible to call them off. Not that you should ever keep someone on a hypothetical leash, but Aquarians, they will just go where they want. You can't leash them, that's the thing. So you have to accept. They will be anyone they want. They will go anywhere they want. They will do anything they want to do, and they will really dislike you stopping them. So yes, you guys are high energy, positive. You're the party starters of the group, and you can also be kind of loud. And you just want to make people happy. And you're also very, very difficult to pin down, and not hypothetically, not metaphorically, you are very difficult to cuddle with sometimes. You don't like to cuddle for too long. So Aquarius, you are the Jack Russell. And last but not least, Pisces. You guys are the Labrador Retriever. You guys are the Labrador Retriever because you are loyal, you're sweet, you're cuddly, but you also can totally get yourself into messes and just kind of be really wacky. Do you remember Marley and Me? All of the crap that happened in that movie. Loyal, lovable, and happy and friendly to all he meets, the Labrador Retriever is the #1 registered dog in the AKC. They love running, hiking, swimming, and playing fetch for hours on end, and are extremely patient with children of all ages. I notice labs love to be in the water, and that's a very, very Pisces thing. They just love to be active in the water, be around the water. They're not afraid of the water. Labs are a breeze to train, as long as you are prepared to live with puppy-like behavior well into adulthood. What have I said about Pisces? They are like children forever, and that's very Labrador. They are also rather large and clumsy. A lot of Pisces I know are very clumsy. Swimming pool owners, be warned. You'll have a hard time getting your Labrador out of the water. If the pool is open, he'll want to swim. Yep. No matter how obedient they are, they simply can't help themselves but to jump and bounce. Yeah, that's also very Pisces. They can be hard to pin down, even as much as they want to please you or, you know, want to be this perfect, you know, kind of like a Virgo type of personality. They're just like the total opposite, and they're just wacky and all over the place. But that's why we love them, right? Labs are famous for being clumsy. They will run and slide around on wood floors, back into tables, knock over lamps, and whip drinks with their tails. The clumsiness doesn't go away until the dog is well past adolescence and is hard to overcome. A bull in a china shop. That's very, very Pisces. Just like messing things up but not meaning to, and it's just cute, but it's like but they're just so lovely and lovable and loyal and gentle that you can't help but to love them. And also sometimes they just appear to be in their own world. They just kind of do, they're looking off into the distance, or they're just like chasing their tail and in their own world. So Pisces, you are the Labrador Retriever. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you for your patience, and I will see you next time. Love you guys. Don't forget to follow me on my socials, which I will link below, and check out my music, which I will also link below. I'm also thinking of doing a Patreon, which is kind of like with donations from my viewers, I'll do certain things. So I could do maybe birth chart readings through Patreon, or giving some romantic advice in exchange for a donation to keep up my channel, obviously, because this isn't my main job. Let me know if you'd be interested in something like that. Anyway, love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Mwah! Bye, guys.